हाँ जरूर जरूर जरूर।
Gil, yeah, you're live. चलो सुधीर.
ये संख नहीं, ये है जंग ऐलान, टीम इंडिया सबसे महान। पूरी 100% गारंटी है कि इस बार एशिया कप टीम इंडिया लेके जाएगी।
भाई हाँ.
भारत माता की जय।
रविवार को क्या होगा ये तो बताओ.
बस जीतेंगे सर, 21 को भी इंडिया पाकिस्तान को हराएगी।
और फिर उसके बाद तुम लाइव में आके शंख बजा देना.
जी 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 जरूर जरूर.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that was quite an incredibly interesting start.
That was a great start to the show. I think this is how we should start all our shows. Just some like a hit of positivity with that shunk. What it, no.
Oops. ये क्या हो गया?
You took a screenshot somehow.
That's me.
How did you even?
Oh, now it's fine.
How did you even manage to do that?
That's me. I can do anything. Not that I tried it.
टेढ़ा है
Oh
वैसे.
boy. Doesn't matter. चलो show करो.
चलो.
अशोक,
अगर आप
your first thoughts? I thought experimentation. ये कि तुमने light कम कर दिया, क्या किया तुमने? Yeah, that's right. Now it's better. By the way, folks, we are in the car. It's damn hot. It's 45 degrees and it's so hot. That's why we are sitting in the car. We've just come out of the stadium, as you had seen Sudhir there. It is really hot. Ashok, how hot was it? And look at the view. Look at the glass there. The car glass. I mean, it's so humid. It is so humid. It is maddening here in Abu Dhabi.
Absolutely. The conditions here are very, very different versus Dubai, and that shows.
Even Dubai can be good.
For sure, for sure. But coming to your question, Boria, I think experimentation, vehement, yes. Outcome, underwhelming. Let me just talk about that in a couple of lines, basically. I think Surya Kumar Yadav actually went about the experimentation quite well in terms of giving an opportunity. First of all, we had talked about Arshdeep getting a look in. He did. Harshit Rana also got a look in. And I think that was good. Also promoting Sanju Samson up the order. Surya himself decided to come in at number 11. I think he gave an opportunity for everyone to come in and bat in terms of bowling. Tilak Verma got a chance to flex his arms. Also, Abhishek Sharma got to bowl a couple of overs. So I think overall, the Indian team got that much needed time out there in the center, which was very good up ahead of the Sunday match.
Let me ask some critical questions, folks, both of you. I mean, we are known for hitting the bullseye and talking straight. Gargi Raut, are you worried about Shubman Gill? 3 matches, 3 failures. We talk him up about all-format captain, possible all-format captain. He's the vice captain here. Failure against the UAE, failure against Oman, failure against Pakistan. No one's saying that he's not good enough. The question is, are you worried? Are you worried about Shubman Gill with the match on Sunday against Pakistan?
You know what worries me? What worries me is the fact that he's gotten out to. It's not as if he's gotten out to some brilliant unplayable deliveries. That's where my concern lies, because this in-swinging delivery has been a problem of his for a very long time. Even back in England, we saw him fall into that over and over again. But that was he was exceptional in that series, so we won't focus on that. That won't be the main focus for that series. But when we talk about this, compare that to his IPL performances. I think he was amazing in the last some 700. How many runs did he score?
No, he scored about, in the IPL, he scored about 600, 700 runs, 700 runs.
700 runs, and it was a good run for Shubman Gill as well. And you thought that he'd make a blazing comeback to the format, but that's not something we've seen. And, ahead of England as well, we were talking about this. If you're looking at Shubman Gill as the all-format captain, you need the bat to do the talking. And I know it's just 3 games, just 2 games, but...
Three
games. But talk about the Sunday clash.
That's what I'm asking.
Are incredibly high. Shubman Gill cannot... We can't afford a Shubman Gill not performing.
Ashok?
I think let's just cut to the chase. I think Yashasvi Jaiswal versus Shubman Gill. Shubman Gill was brought in clearly for a role in terms of holding the innings together. That particular role was very sharply defined, I think, and which is where, if there is a flurry of wickets that falls, he's the one who's going to hold it all together. Now, the big worry really on the head is that in case you have a flurry of wickets falling on Sunday. Who's going to hold it all together? Today, Sanju Samson came in and played that knock of 50 odd runs, but with a strike rate of less than 150. I'm not sure it was exactly the kind of innings that we need to kind of hold it together. So I think it is a question mark. Of course, the conditions today, the ball was gripping, it was coming on very slow. But having said all that, a three-time failure is obviously a matter of concern.
Okay, let me ask. There's a super chat. You take that, and then I'll ask a couple of questions. By the way, folks, if anybody wanted justification as to why the Asia Cup should include associate sides, do I tell you more? I think Oman has more than justified their presence here. I think the way they pushed India, they almost could have beaten India as well. Not that I'm saying they would, but they've done every bit to demonstrate to the world that they belong there. Whether it is in batting with that 93-run stand, whether it is with the ball when that beautiful ball getting Shubman Gill out, whether it is Sanju Samson who had to play a maiden over, 56 or 45-ish balls. In every sense, Oman has justified their position there, Gargi, and has clearly proved why associate countries need to be given more opportunity.
I mean, look at the Pakistan UAE game as well.
Correct? They almost had it at one point, 110 for 7. Had Shaheen not taken it?
I thought UAE would take that away. It was all because of Shaheen Afridi, honestly, that there were enough runs on the scoreboard, or I think UAE could have gone and chased that down. But the associate nations have been very impressive. I think this is what we're doing. This is the entire point of the ACC. Why else? It is the body is there so that there's growth in the subcontinent of the sport. This is exactly what you want. And the way that Oman performed today, they took it close. UAE against Pakistan took it close. So I think this is proof enough why a tournament like Asia Cups should continue happening and have the associate nations as participants.
Just to clarify, two failures. UAE, he was not out. So it's two failures for Shubman Gill, but both dismissals. Today, that incoming delivery, we've seen Mitchell Stark get him out like this. Multiple times in his career, Gill has got out to that incoming in-swinging delivery. Against the UAE, he was not out. 58 is what India chased down. And against Pakistan, Saim Ayub got him stumped. But in all the three games, I mean, Ashok, come Sunday, India will need Shubman Gill, the major star, to step up. This is an absolute must-win game. I cannot emphasize or cannot keep emphasizing the importance of this game against Pakistan, right? So in that match, you will need a good start. You will need Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill to give you a platform. Shubman Gill in the last two games have been underwhelming. How confident are you going into Sunday? Straight question from Shubman Gill.
I think it's a matter of concern. I am not going to say that it is something that we can overlook. I think if you really look at the opening combination, Abhishek Sharma has come in, scored that 30 odd runs in half the number of deliveries. Even if he comes in and does that, I think on Sunday the stakes are far too high to just keep relying on that. What happens if you have a couple more wickets falling at the top order? You really need, I think the time has now come for Shubman Gill to step up and deliver in terms of holding this entire thing.
What should be his approach? He's not the Abhishek Sharma prototype who will come and hit from ball one. You've seen today also that the ball came in. Shubman Gill, the ball came in, he got out. Shaheen Afridi must be watching this. Shaheen Afridi will try this against Shubman Gill. Try and get the ball to do banana. The moment the ball comes in and with the swing, yes, he has not been at his best, Shaheen Afridi. There is no question. There is no question that Shaheen Afridi will not be doing that. So that's my question, Gargi Rao. That when Shubman Gill steps out on Sunday, what should be the approach that he takes? Because there is a blazer at the other end. Why not take a couple more balls, get yourself in, play your game rather than trying to hit from ball go?
I think if you look at Shubman Gill's intent today as well, he was trying to hit that delivery. Like you said, take it a little bit easier. I don't think with an Abhishek Sharma on the other end, Shubman Gill needs to necessarily go gung-ho from the very first ball. That's not something we need. We have, in fact, more players lower down the order who can take that same aggressive approach. So with an Abhishek Sharma, You know that there's going to be aggressiveness. You know that there's going to be some fearless cricket being played. So Shubman Gill needs to be that batter that the rest of the batting lineup just bats around. You need him to take that Virat Kohli sort of template that a lot of people disagree with, but you know what? It works.
Yeah. I think just wanted to bring in a context here that in a dead rubber like this, the experimentation thing would have actually worked far better if India had taken on board the fact that Indian batting bats very deep. They bat till number 8, number 9. So there is no issue in terms of someone on the other stepping up, and a score like 188 is a very decent score. But the issue is, how did we reach that number? And if in case 3 or 4 wickets were to fall, what is that role that he would have had to play? And therefore, my take would be that on Sunday, for sure, I think the Pakistani bowlers would have watched this. They will watch this over and over again. And I think he would need to really put his head down and focus on actually taking it a bit slow in the beginning and ensure that the innings is built up in the right manner possible.
Can I just give you a contrary point of view? That is, when you have a game like this, you've already qualified. You know you have a game against Pakistan on Sunday. You know it's too hot. You don't want to push yourself too much and exhaust yourself. Where is the motivation? I mean, if I was told I'm playing an inconsequential rubber against Oman in Abu Dhabi, I'll go back to Dubai. Just finish it off. Where is the? I mean, I know I'm a professional player. I know this is an international competition. I know this is an international game. But in my heart of hearts, what am I playing for? What am I playing for tonight? Yes, I know it's India. I know I'm playing for my jersey, my country, and all of that. But I also know that I've got one eye on Sunday. That is my game, not this one. So are we being a tad too harsh on any of the players? I mean, why are we judging people by an Oman performance, for God's sake? Ultimately, you just needed to get this done and win and go. Even if it is an underwhelming performance, which it is, are we judging any of the players a bit too harsh?
Could very well be. Um, but some of these concerns that we are talking about have been concerns that we're seeing from the past 3 games. We're not pointing out nothing for no reason. I think what uh, what troubles me a little bit or is concerning me is obviously Shubman Gill. I'm sure he will come back. He can come back harder at any time any time in the next match as well. But Sanju Samson's strike rate, did that concern you?
I mean, see, Sanju Samson looks scratchy to me, Ashok. And it is not surprising. The fellow did not get an opportunity against UAE. He did not get an opportunity against Pakistan. He's just got today. In the last game, he was supposed to bat 5. Shivam Dube was sent in. He did not have a stable batting order. The fellow has been kicked up and down. He was supposed to open, then Gill came in. His opening slot was taken away. So it is not unexpected that Sanju Samson would look scratchy. He did look scratchy. But credit to him, he hung in there. He played out 45, 46 balls. He got the 55, 56 runs. And I think this game time will do him a lot of good. That is my take on Sanju Samson. I don't have a problem in Sanju Samson taking a few extra balls against Oman, getting game time, getting a feel of the conditions. However much you practice and game time out in the middle are two different things. I don't have a problem with Sanju Samson, but where I agree with Gargi is that Sanju Samson also looks scratchy to me.
Absolutely. Look, I think it's not about being harsh on the players in a match versus Oman. I think it's about introspection on the strategy. I think going in, all the talk was about flexibility as a value in the team, saying that the batsman could bat up or down the order. I think serious relook needs to be taken on this. Does this have an impact on the player in terms of changing, chopping and changing the batting order? For sure, he got the airtime that he needed, but is that good enough when it comes to a team like Pakistan is the vital question. The other aspect, I think we need, while we've talked about batting a lot and talked about Shubman Gill's role, on bowling, I really felt that on this condition, against a team like Oman, I think we could have done far more in terms of getting a few more wickets early on. And I think they bowled extremely well in the beginning, for sure. I mean, it was a slow wicket. The ball was not coming on. There was a grip that was there. And I think if you put all this together, definitely case for introspection, not being harsh on the players.
Lots of questions. Over-dependence on Abhishek, says Usama Hussain. Are we over-dependent? Sanju Samson scratchy and scored a 50. He's under pressure from Jitesh. Imagine if he got out 15 of 8, you guys would have asked for Jitesh as replacement, says Indian supporter. None of us would ask for replacement, and Gautam Gambhir would not give Sanju Samson a lesser opportunity. That has been the consistency with which this team has got Indian supporters. So none of us would have said Jitesh as replacement after one failure for Sanju when he's not even batted. That's never the point. But is there an over dependence, especially at the top of the order, for quick runs on Abhishek Sharma at this point?
I mean, that's what Abhishek Sharma is there for. I don't understand.
That's the role that he's supposed
Yeah,
to
I
do.
don't
So this,
understand the concept of over dependence. He's there to do that. And you will look to him for to deliver a performance like that. Shubman Gill is playing a role of somewhat of an anchor, and you have more aggressive batters down the order. So I don't think it's about over dependence. It's about role clarity and knowing what to expect from what batter.
Update on Aksar injury is okay. I mean, should be okay. That's what we know. But we will get more from the press conference. We've come out for the live Shubha. Bharat is there in the press conference. The moment Bharat gives us further information, we will let you know. But should not be a problem. We will get you more from the press conference. Bharat is there. Ashok, somebody is bringing in the KL Rahul question saying Sanju strike rate. Why is it that it's one game and we will talk about KL Rahul? Why does Sanju get an opportunity? Why does Shubman get an opportunity? And we will question everybody. Is this the impatience about the Indian fan?
yeah, I think, see, that is where you're being harsh on the players and not in terms of, what we spoke about earlier. I think you have to basically give them that time to kind of settle down. A one swallow doesn't really make a summer.
Were we complacent today? I think we were, right. Tad complacent or tad. I mean, let's put it this way. We were just going through it. Surya Kumar Yadav not coming out to bat in an international game until number 11. That tells you, uh, India was. Look, let me be clear on this one. I mean, I understand giving game time and batting time to the batters, but I did not get why Surya Kumar Yadav would not come in ahead of the bowler.
I'm not buying into that.
I didn't get it.
I felt that I didn't understand the logic of that move, honestly speaking. I mean, if the idea was to give game time to the batsman, if the idea was to give game time to the bowlers, by picking this squad, you've done that. And
Why
then,
did you play?
yeah,
Why did you play? I mean, you could have rested. I mean, you could have given somebody else, you could have given
precisely.
Jitesh Sharma an opportunity to come and bat. By not batting, I mean, you've put in Kuldeep ahead of you, Arshdeep ahead of you, Harshit ahead of you. He didn't come into bat. Then why did you have to play? I mean, and how many games have you played? Surya Kumar Yadav got a good hit against Pakistan, but in that match against UAE, he got nothing. So you've effectively got one hit. And that is that match against Pakistan. You've got another big game coming up. Why would you not want to bat?
In the second innings as well, if you look at the bowlers, Abhishek Sharma is a decent bowler, but at the same time, you could tell that there was no set strategy. It was more about giving everybody a chance. Day before yesterday, in that practice session, you asked me, do you think Sanju Samson will come up at 3 because he's not gotten any game time? And I said, no, I think India will go in with their usual batting order and try to win the game as it is. But that did not happen, and I'm quite surprised it didn't, because look at UAE. They went in with the strategy to win, and it. I thought with the India winning the toss, they would want to get the game over with and dominate, but that's not something we saw now.
I think
It was a scratchy game.
Yeah.
It was an underwhelming game, a scratchy game, but I am not going to read, and I'm being very blunt here. I'm not going to read too much into this at all.
No, not at all.
Because this was one game over and done with. The tournament starts now, folks. The tournament actually starts now. Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka are good teams. Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka will not be pushovers. These will be the tough games, 21st, 24th, 26th. The tournament actually starts now. Massive 3 games coming up, and India will have to be at their best. Yes.
Usama Hussain here is saying, Gargi, we haven't seen how the team will go if Abhishek gets out early. You also haven't seen all the batters out.
I mean, also Hardik got that unfortunate edge, non-striker thing run out. 2 wickets fell like that. Yes, Ashok, you want to take some?
I agree with the point that Hardik was unlucky. That is understandable. I would think Shivam Dubey, there is a concern. He came in. I'm not sure what exactly he did there. He got about 5 runs, I think. The bowling department, he came in, bowled 3 overs, gave away 30 odd runs. I think there is a bit of concern on that part in terms of what exactly happened there. So maybe there is a bit of introspection into fine, you wanted to experiment, but the manner of experimentation, I'm not sure was exactly right.
All right.
Yeah, loads of questions. I mean, we can
There's
take
a super
some.
chat.
Haji Lelo.
Shivangi is saying if Kuldeep wins one more player of the match versus PCB, he'll join Sachin Tendulkar to be the second highest with 3 player of the match awards versus PCB. First is Virat Kohli with 8 so far.
Kuldeep has every reason to believe he can. He has had an outstanding record against Pakistan, whether it's that 2019 match when that amazing delivery against Babar, to that last match against Pakistan where he picked up a threefer, and Ashok predicted that in one of our shows that Kuldeep was his first pick. Kuldeep has this excellent record and he bowls brilliantly. I mean, Dubai conditions will suit them well. Irfan, up under, up under. Come from this side. আপনি ওখানে বসুন. Yeah. Kuldeep has a very, very good record. Did India bat poorly or bowl poorly? Both. PKMB, India did not do well today and it was an underwhelming game. But I'm not reading too much into it because it is very difficult for you to motivate. Look, and I can give you examples. If I don't see a big audience in front of me when I'm giving a lecture, I don't feel motivated. Until I see my audience involved, I don't feel motivated. That's how it is. As performers, I don't think these guys were challenged by Oman enough and they got the kick out of that. And as a result of it, they allowed Oman to stay in the game, stay in the hunt for the longest time. And they could have actually, Oman, one more good over or maybe a little bit push earlier, could have really pushed India today. 20 runs, Ashok, could have been either way had it been 2 more good overs.
I mean, it could have been a touch and go situation, and I think we should not discount that by any means.
There is a question here that I want you guys to take.
Yeah, please.
PK is asking, Gill doesn't deserve his spot in T20 eyes. Just like how Pant isn't a T20 international material,
Who doesn't deserve? Gill.
Let Gill play ODIs and test format
I
only.
don't agree. I absolutely don't agree. Based on what? He was not out in that first UAE game, like we clarified, and in that match against Pakistan, he hit 2 really good shots before he got stumped. So it's effectively 2 failures. Based on 2 failures, I am not here to judge anyone saying so and so is a T20 player and so is not a T20 player. I think it's way too early. But having said that, again, we are an impatient lot. If Shubman Gill does not score against Pakistan on Sunday, I know questions will be asked. More because Yashasvi Jaiswal or a class of Yashasvi Jaiswal is sitting out there. Imagine you have a quality of Yashasvi Jaiswal sitting back home, and that's where the question will come from. So I understand that, but I'm absolutely not willing to say that Shubman Gill is not a T20 player and so is a T20 player. That's an unfair judgment to make or an impatient judgment to make based on 2 failures. Guys, will you travel to Dubai now? Yes, we will. Irfan has come and he's the one who will drive. I mean, I don't trust Gargi at midnight. I'm making it very clear. However good a driver Gargi can be, but she's never driven me around. So that
Does
is the
Gargi
truth.
have anything to say about that?
Gargi only keeps talking. She will drive me around. She's never done that. And I know a secret which I will not reveal.
Yes. It will not be revealed.
Sanju at 3 against Pakistan? No. Surya.
So how can you send Surya for at number 5?
India practice session tomorrow? No. India is taking a rest day tomorrow. They will be doing 2 press conferences now. One will be an embargoed press conference. One is the post-match press conference, and one will be an embargoed press conference till tomorrow evening. We will get you that press conference. Both will be done now. I had a chat with Maulin Parikh, and tomorrow India will have a rest day. So there is no India press conference. There is no India practice tomorrow. The press conference will be done now at the Abu Dhabi stadium, and we will play that for you tomorrow. That's the India plan.
Take this one.
बोलिए जी.
On the screen.
कौन is it?
Aritro Chatterjee is saying Shivam Dubey's failed product for 2 years. Why is he getting this many amount of opportunities?
Say it. You take it, and Ashok also had a point
Ashok,
on
why
this.
don't you start?
I did say a point. I think the two things that I would introspect at the end of the game, coming down to now specifics. One is Harshit Rana's performance, and the other is Shivam Dubey. And I think both these need a little bit of introspection, and I'm sure the team is going to think about that a little bit more. Arshdeep also was underwhelming, but we will leave that for the moment. But I think these two needs some thinking. Shivam Dubey coming in, scoring that 5, and then getting out to that lofted shot. I think completely under the circumstances, the role that he had to play, I don't think he did service to that. The bowling department, I think, was completely underwhelming in terms of that 3 overs for 30. And I think the while it's okay to experiment, experimentation does not mean that you pick the people who've not got a chance and then tell them to just go and have a bowl or have a bat. I think there has to be certain hypotheses that an experiment puts down, and then you kind of prove or disprove them by doing the experiment. I know this sounds a little technical, but at the end of the day, I think it's really about what conclusions did you come to as a result of the experiment, and that needs introspection.
Tamal Mondal is
So
saying.
what is your take on this? Shivam Dubey and Harshit Rana?
Oof, it's a difficult one because you're not seeing consistent, impactful performances from them, but you also know that they have incredible potential.
They've sent T. Dilip today
Huh?
at the press conference.
यहाँ पे भी experimentation हो रहा है क्या press conference T Dilip is getting some game time for press conferences.
Very nicely said. Very nicely said. ये अच्छा बोला आपने. ये अच्छा बोला आपने. ये मौलिन का बदमाशी है.
Today is a day of game time. Everyone gets it. Even T Dilip is getting some media training today. But Tamal Mandal is saying गिल के ऊपर प्रेशर है जायसवाल पीछे बैठा है.
सही बोल रहा है. सबके ऊपर प्रेशर है.
सबका रिप्लेसमेंट सबकी बैठी हुआ है.
किसी का एंटाइटलमेंट नहीं है. मैं 1000 बार बोल चुका हूं. ये 1000 बार बोल चुका हूं. इंडियन टीम किसी का एंटाइटलमेंट नहीं है. रोहित शर्मा का नहीं है, विराट कोहली का नहीं है, शुभमन गिल का नहीं है. आपको परफॉर्म करना पड़ेगा और आप इस टीम में रहोगे. देयर इज अ हेल लॉट ऑफ टैलेंट आउट देयर, और अगर आप नहीं परफॉर्म करोगे तो सवाल उठेगा. लोग जरूर सवाल उठाएंगे. मैं खाली ये कह रहा हूं, सवाल उठाइए, इम्पेशेंट मत होइए और ज्यादा और अब्यूज भी मत करिए. बाकी सब कुछ कर लीजिए.
अच्छा.
Last 10 minutes on the show.
Yes. Please. Last 5 minutes.
Whatever, 7 minutes on the show.
PKMB is saying, PKMKB, why is BCCI pushing Gill to be integrated into a settled T20 team? Anyone? Ashok? Korea?
No, look, I don't think you come to that conclusion, Hari, saying BCCI is pushing Gill. I think there was a very clear role articulated in terms of what Gill's role in this team was. You've got a bunch of batsmen going deep in terms of batting. India bats till number 8. His role was to ensure stability, somebody who rotates the strike, somebody who holds the innings together, especially against the big teams. This is something which is a critical role. And I think his failure in that role is something that one needs to be talking about, introspecting, and needs to figure out what the change in approach needs to be as we go into the match on Sunday, rather than really saying whether integration with the T20 or not. I think that is redundant.
Absolutely. More questions? There is
Somebody is asking about why do sports tak people only talk about cricket. यार sports tak people don't, sports tak से पूछिए ना. Don't worry about what sport exactly. And हम जानते भी नहीं है. उनका प्लेटफॉर्म उनसे पूछिए. उनको करना है नहीं करना है. आप हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म देखते हो, आप बोल रहे हो हम लोग कर रहे हैं, बस खुश हो जाइए, खत्म बात. रेस्पेक्ट करिए ना सबको.
Sharon has sent a super chat. She's saying, we did not play like an international team today.
No, I do think we did play like an international team. Our standards are so high that even if we don't play like an international team, we still win. And if you continue to win on your bad days, that's how good teams are. My point is that I've always said this. Attritional wins are much better than anything. I mean, if you are not at your best and continue to win, that is sensational. What do you say, Ashok?
I absolutely. I mean, if you look at the total that we posted, 188. I really think it is now becoming that our benchmarks, our bar has been raised so high.
Somebody said 300 to me at the start. I was like, what are you talking about?
Boria, you said 190, and I
said 198,
right? So
in fact, I predicted 190. It was 188. Ashok was there, Shubhain was there.
So full kudos to the team to have got there. Now the question is the manner in which you got there. You could say it was scratchy. You could say it raises questions for introspection. Maybe needs a different approach. When it comes to a bigger team like Pakistan, you will need to then ensure that you're delivering onto your strategy. Those are the questions to be raised. But in terms of then saying we didn't play like an international team is too harsh.
Yeah, even I think so. Last 3 minutes में खत्म करो करके.
Any update on Aksar injury? Is he fine?
भरत से पूछ लेते हैं. रुको तो.
He's played, so he must be fine.
भरत
खेला है वो टीम में.
is Aksar fine? पूछ लो.
Atharva is asking, Surya should have batted, question mark. Why won't you bat? Why won't you bat if you're not having a practice session before the Super
Absolutely. I think if you've selected a team, if you picked a final 11 for the game, then the idea is to go out there and get practice, right? Get under the lights and get your batting there. What exactly was he trying to prove by saying that I will come in at number 11? I didn't get that logic at all.
And there was no need to do that. I mean, it's an international match. You also need some game time. You've just had one good innings. I mean, Surya Kumar Yadav also could have utilized that game time, and actually, it could have worked nicer for him rather than giving opportunities to every body out there, whether it's Arshdeep, whether it's Kuldeep. Why are you giving them?
Yeah.
It
Focus
made
on your
no sense.
batters.
It made no sense for me.
I mean, versus in the match against Pakistan, if it gets to that stage where Kuldeep and Arshdeep are having to bat it
then
out,
you're done.
then it's already over.
Then you're
Yeah.
done.
On that note, we're building up to the Sunday game. All eyes now on the Sunday game because it's going to be tense. The stakes
It's
are
not a cricket game.
the stakes are 10 times higher, and India will have to make sure that they don't only win this match but win it by a margin, by a huge margin.
Boss, I don't want to even say this. If Pakistan wins, something outrageous can happen. You don't want any such things to happen. You just get this game done. India will know that the stakes have become very high. India will have to be at their professional best, be at their disciplined best, focus. If they play quality cricket, Ashok, am I right in saying if India plays to potential, India is winning?
Oh, absolutely. That's what I said, that India's benchmark is very high now. The bar is very high. It is about playing to that strategy, playing to the potential and delivering. But Boria, I think the point that Gargi was just making, you can see that there is stress. You can see the tension building up under the surface, right? In the conversations, in the stadium, with the fans, in the press box, we could see the tension surely building up. And therefore, Sunday is going to be a tense match.
All right. On that note, should we close the show?
Yes, please, please.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow 10 a.m. Look out for the video. We'll be decoding Sanju Samson's innings. So stay tuned and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.